And happy Tuesday afternoon or morning, depending on your location. And again, Two for Tuesday. We're on our second show today. We are here with Glenda Benevides.
Benevides. Yeah.
My brain just went poof there for a second. But we're going to be talking about some of her music, and she has a song that's going to be coming out. And we also, I believe you're part of the Grammys.
Yes, Recording Academy. Mm-hmm.
Recording Academy.
Yeah.
So got a lot to discuss. So let her take it away with something that she is doing currently, which I found interesting and look forward to hearing about trees.
Well, I'm a lover of nature and the environment, and which I guess we should all be that way these days. And what I've been doing is I've been working with a company called One Tree Planted, and they plant trees. They go out and plant trees, and then we don't, give them money, or we represent ourselves with them, type of thing through that, and then they'll plant a tree for you. So what I've decided to do is, with every time you purchase my music or my book or my merchandise, I will plant a tree for you. So that's what I've been doing, and it's been fun. And we're up to about 140 trees right now in Canada, and I've been planting in Canada because they've been having problems too, and then Scotland. Yeah.
And how long are you going to be doing this for?
This is part of my routine, period.
Okay. So it's no deadlines,
No. Just every time you do something, with me, then I'll do that for you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So people, definitely. I have her website posted. I actually showed it on the screen so people can go back and look at it and type it up. But I'll have it on Facebook a little bit later. So not only that, you have a new song coming out. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. It's on deck. It's called I Burn. And we it's in distribution right now. So how do I say it? It's not out. So per se, it takes them like right now from 6 to 10 days to actually get it in all the stores. So that means Spotify, that means Tidal, Apple, that it all goes out. But sometimes it takes a while, because right now we're in the middle of beginning Grammy season, and where everyone is basically pitching their music, basically. So it takes a minute because everybody just floods the distribution channel. So it should be out soon, and I'm looking forward to it. And then eventually we'll have a music video to support that too.
Now, how long does it take to write a song like that?
Ooh, you just asked some really big questions. Sometimes it can take minutes. Sometimes it can take years. Let's just say with this particular song, I Burn, my partner and I wrote this, or actually he wrote it really years ago. We recorded it, and now but we never released it. So we now reworked it, re-edited it. We did a lot of new things with it. And we had a co-producer on it out of the UK. Jeremy Munns is his name. And he's been helping us with that. He's kind of part of our team now, and we just love working with him. He's such a fabulous human being and talent. So with this, it took, after you get all the music down and the vocals and the arrangement and all that, you sign off on all that, then you kind of go, okay, now it's time to mix it. And that's when we send it to Jeremy. And then sometimes the mix goes back and forth. He'll send a mix, and then we critique it, and then we, okay, this needs to be louder, this needs to go down, we don't like it here, all the little details that you have to get into to just like really make the song represent itself on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are we really, because it's words, right? It's melody, it's music, it's all of it. And you're like, am I really helping the song to have its highest potential, to get across to everyone in its own expression? I always say, the song will tell you what it wants if you're listening. So yeah, that takes a minute. And then I think we went back and forth on this one a little bit longer, maybe like a month and a half. Just because, and then everybody's busy. So they got other projects. So it's not like that we're the only thing that he's doing. He's got other things doing. So, so it took a minute, and then you got to master it. And the mastering process takes a minute because you got to master it, and you sit with it, you sit back, and then you wait, you listen, and you go, okay, yeah, that's good. And then you sign off. And then you get it to the distribution channel. Right now we're using DistroKid. And then what they do is they get it, and then they send it out to Tidal, everybody else.
A lot of people don't understand that process quite well. Wow. And if I'm correct, y'all don't, I'm sure y'all play at the same time, but you only record or at least it used to be, you only recorded the music, and then you recorded the words, and then you put them together. Yeah. Is it still the same way, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone has a different process. I'm a live singer, so live singers tend to want to sing from the beginning to the end, all the way through the song, which I do. And then sometimes we just, no, let's just segment, just do the verses, then we'll go back and do the choruses. So that's one way of doing it. And then usually you want to have the foundation of the music there. So it needs to be right. So you may do a scratch vocal or something for the musicians you get the drums, the bass, get the foundation happening, and then you can start to rework things based on where the vocal lands and that type of thing. So it can be different. Everyone has a different method, different way of doing things, but
it's definitely a long process.
It is, and it's deep. A lot of people don't understand what or just do it. It's not just do it. It's like there's a lot of things involved, and if you don't have your own studio or or the people that you're working for that will work with you financially, it can be very expensive too. So I'm fortunate. I've worked with some really good people, and just been, really blessed in that way. Yeah.
That should give people the incentive to go support local artists and local musicians.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Find an art form that you love to listen to, and, go out and find those artists that are playing, because it's really tough. And I being a live musician, I played through the 80s and the 90s, and I actually made a living. But the sad thing is that the price, the pay that I got back in the 80s and the 90s is still the same, which is not good, because it's like inflation, it's like everything else is like 3 or 4 times, you can't really make a living. So, by supporting the artists through buying their merchandise, buying their music, going out to support them. That really does make a difference because, basically clubs, if you're seeing a live artist, they want to know that people want to come out and see them. So please keep hiring them. And, the money does go to not only the club, but sometimes the artist, and then you can buy their merchandise. That really helps. And if, if they have other art forms, you can support that too. Like for me, I have a book, I have courses, for self-expression and leadership, for, clarity, courage, confidence, commitment, and connection. So that's one of the things that I do. And the more that you support me or anyone else that is doing something, it's like, oh, that's amazing. Then we can still have like unique art, not just that prefabbed kind of crap that they're trying to sell us. It's just, it's nasty.
You had just mentioned something about classes. So you actually teach classes or seminars, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
So tell us about how people can get involved with some of these classes.
Yeah. First of all, it'd be you can find some stuff online on my website, Glenda Benevides or glendamusic.com, and it's called Global Badass Goddess. Badass Goddess, I think is what it says on my website. But in there, you can see that I'm all the things that I'm a little bits and pieces about, what I'm doing with that. But I have a new course that I'm designing right now and developing, and it's called Soul on Fire. And it's really to up-level anyone that's stepping into their creative, their artistry, that they really want to have self-expression and freedom with that. I know right now it feels a little suppressive at times. You can't feel like you can be yourself. You just got to fall in line kind of thing. And I'm really a stand for anyone coming to that 2-day workshop, which I'm developing. So I would say, please just reach out to me and I can give you the details and let you know when it'll be up and ready to go. And we're gonna do some online courses that way, and then eventually we're gonna do a retreat in Greece. So that's for everybody to get on the mat, get their self-expression going.
That can be a fun trip.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're learning in the process. So not only will you learn about Greece, but you'll learn about.
Exactly.
So there's not a double standard. What am I looking for here?
Double header.
That one will work. That will work. My brain's just been out of it this morning, and I don't know why.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Now, where can people find you at online?
Glenda Music. It's good. You can go glendamusic.com or you can go glendabenevides.com. Either one gets you there. And and just reach out to me and say, hey, I'm really interested in your courses, and I'd love to talk about it with you. And we can just work that out with you, and to get you signed up for that. So.
Now, I know you said that it's going to be coming out shortly. When do you think that the music video will be out? Roundabout figure, not a definite deadline.
Yeah, I burn. Let's see, it's the 18th now, July. I hopefully the DistroKid will get it up in the stores, so to speak, the virtual stores, within the next week, because I'm presenting my material for Grammys this year. So we'll be needing to be voting on that. So it needs to get up into the stores, and then you submit your song for a potential Grammy nomination. So that's what's next for me on that. And then as far as music video goes, I haven't really focused on it, but I need to do it. It's a good promotional thing, but the song speaks for itself, you guys. I mean, when you hear it, you're just like, oh man, I get chills when I listen to it.
I know a lot of emotion goes into a lot of songs that are written. So
yeah.
Definitely look forward to hearing it.
Yeah, it's great. And I have a wonderful singer, a gospel singer that's singing with me, and her name is Kathy Mills, and she's been singing gospel since she was 3. Gospel family, amazing voice, and you'll hear all throughout the song, and it's just, just really uplifts one's spirit.
Well, before we head out, is there any words of wisdom you'd like to give to anybody who's inspired to be into the music industry?
Yeah, I would say really get clear on who you are, what you want to share, and really make that your mission, of love and connection, and just really be out there with it, and really empower yourself to have self-expression, like doing things like self development, self awareness, that type of thing, because that helps you as an artist to deepen your spirit. And then you get excited. Then it's like, oh, this is what I have to share, and once you can do that, then one thing leads to another. And that's all I got to say. It's just, it's a journey. And find your path, and just do it, and get help, reach out to each other. It's not an isolated experience, you know
Very, very good words there. Everyone, we will be back tomorrow night for the Con Hour at 6:30 p.m. Yes, it's not our normal day. So wanted to make sure y'all knew that. It will be with Tom Rash, who is a artist. Ah, like I said, my words are just out of it today. An artist, and we'll talk about his Kickstarter that's going on. I think it got already funded within 2 days.
nice.
So we look
Yay.
forward to talking to him tomorrow. And until then, everyone,